Harris says he is ready to step up and serve, by Rebecca Wilson, Jake Wood and Imar Flanagan. I've noticed how it takes 3 people to write a story nowadays. I know these young journalists don't do any work. Sorry, journalists don't do any actual work, but 3 of them to write 500 words. I could knock that story out on my tea break at work. Anyway, this story will interest all of you thinking that it couldn't get any worse for the Irish. Oh, it can. It can. Some people appear to be labouring under the delusion that just because Simon Harris hasn't been photographed wearing leather arseless chaps in the gay district in Soho, like the last bloke, they think he's some sort of new white hope for the Irish. So I thought we'd look at some amusing tidbits from his career that might give you some straws in the wind. Perhaps a hint of what Simon Harris might be all about. And I'll give you a clue. I'm sorry to say, my Irish friends, Simon Harris is more woke than a chronic insomniac after 14 cans of Red Bull. Simon Harris has confirmed he is ready to step up and serve and will run for the leadership of Fine Gael. However, the idea that he's ready to step up and serve anybody other than himself is patently ridiculous. Mr Harris, who is currently the Minister for Further and Higher Education, confirmed to Irish broadcaster RTE that he was running for the party leadership. Yeah, so there's no point talking about it, it's a foregone conclusion. He's going to be the PM, and let's see what his politics looks like, shall we? Here's a good story all about him. From militant Irish feminist website, Her. How much of a woke BA is Simon Harris? A definitive analysis. If, like me, you don't like any of the modern terminology, BE apparently means before anyone else. And I'm assuming they pinched it off a rapper. When it comes to completely despoiling the English language, it's always those boys this side of the pond. And apparently it means basically your significant other. So how much of a woke boyfriend is he? A definitive analysis. Thanks to the power of scientific analysis, the RTE player, and a lot of free time on a Wednesday afternoon, we've managed to determine how much of a woke BE Minister for Health Simon Harris really is. He looks like one, doesn't he? Looking at that photo of him there reminds me of one of my favourite memes. Look how pasty and scrawny he is. Have that man placed on double rations immediately, Sergeant Major. Spoilers, he's pretty woke. Simon Harris has unfortunately not graced our presence with a feminist-based "This is what a feminist looks like" t-shirt, but he has been sporting a Together for Yes badge wherever he goes, ensuring he expresses his wokeness without needing to say anything at all. Brilliant. I love that. The only thing more woke than a "This is what a feminist looks like" t-shirt is one of them big daft pink hats with a pair of fanny lips on it. The bloke is obviously going to be a travesty for Ireland, so don't be thinking things are going to get better anytime soon, lads. He also bought a repeal jumper. Just in case anyone was unsure of my stance, I thought I'd best buy the jumper. Look at the state of him. He does look like he's dying. If you look like you've got a tapeworm and AIDS, where do you go if you actually get a tapeworm and AIDS? I hope he stays healthy or he's in real trouble. Simon waited until the time was right and then launched into convincing the country that women and our access to healthcare matter. He also gifted us with a spectacular eye roll that will no doubt dominate GIF apps for months to come. Simon's rating 9 out of 10. I'd only rate Simon 9 out of 10 on the twatometer. A woke BE's predominant form of communication regarding his progressiveness is Twitter. If somebody makes a sexist comment, woke BE will call them out. He's always watching and he is always tweeting. Yeah, not doing any actual work then, eh? Weird that. Proud of the company I keep, working with broad and enthusiastic coalition across party lines for care, compassion and change in Ireland. He's shut down misinformation. Yeah, but in this day and age, misinformation is usually factually accurate. Think of that. If it's factually accurate, it's deemed misinformation by Silicon Valley and the mainstream media. And if it's complete gobbledygook, telling us that Cleopatra wasn't ginger, she looked like Whoopi Goldberg, oh, they'll put that all over. Snopes will tell you that's a fact every day of the week. He's expressed anger and frustration after being targeted by hateful trolls, and no doubt advocates locking them all up for the crime of rudeness. Simon's rating 10 out of 10. And here's a nice picture of him with a big gang of women, looking like there isn't a one of them that couldn't knock 10 bells of shite out of him with ease. Overall, he gets a 9 out of 10. Respect for animals and women. He's a feminist, he's not quiet on Twitter, and he's a pretty big woke BE. BE, Bear, I don't know how you pronounce it, and I don't care. If you think things are going to get better on his watch, you are very sadly mistaken. So get used to it, lads. Get used to Dublin being about as Irish as Gandhi's flip-flops, because that's what's coming. I can't wait to go there in 2030 and sit in a wigwam smoking a peace pipe with a gang of Somalian pirates, because there's not going to be any Irish pubs left, is there? But that's just what I think. If you think he's going to do a splendid job, as always, please let me know in the comments. Maybe I'm being a bit judgmental. I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good day. Toodle pip. Cheers.